Come, let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Oakland Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a slashes. Super Bowl 51 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a reline. And a Russell Wilson-led Seattle Seahawks offense takes the field. And last year, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions as we look back at 2016 for Russell Wilson. And made the play. The bar's been so high in Seattle.
That's what's out for them to not get back to the Super Bowl. None of them would deem the season a success. But I thought they made progress because, remember, that offensive line was in shambles. By the end of the year, they were starting to play a little bit better. I thought Justin Britt at center was especially good. But for Russell Wilson, he's proven now he can carry a team, but he's better when they still are tailback-centric.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd and 1, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this big early turn in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Wilson flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. They're going to set 20-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Murray the lone snap. After the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Mike Bennett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down. Go play fake. The problem make down.
No one out. What's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr toward this field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So now on 4th down, the Raiders will turn it over to the left foot of Sebastian Janikowski. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And hauled in here by Rivera. They pass up the 3. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your hold. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they the ball deep in enemy territory all the way at the T-line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out
What on that ball?
the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the
I
NFL.
don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No.
It's knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the ball back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
On second down, Rawls. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Now Wilson down around to his right. He can run for it, and he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. The 13 yards that time at a first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
First down, this is Rawls. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 on the gain there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. Bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A second down carry for Procise. And some room to maneuver. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Procise, 65 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss, and it'll be zone.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his 18. They call that a loss of 6 yards. We're down now.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you, so make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident. Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to position along the defense, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will inside the 15. And Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 24.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy risk. We're giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them come out, line up, and decide to go for it there, you figure there's no way we're giving this one up. We're going to turn the ball over for our own offense and get some points out.
Now they'll be looking to add those points with Gratham. He's going to flip that. It's complete. So on the play, he's with a 3rd and inches. They run power back. Rolls. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So it'll be 1st down here after in the from the gun. It's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss there, and now 2nd down. Now Wilson under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The former Seahawk and former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith, coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator raised a sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
On is Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 short of the point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Second down following the run.
Watch left. Start right there.
Again, it's Murray. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51. Reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr, eluding the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just get to back sacks.
Now a play fake. Carr under pressure again. Cliff Averill in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're to turn loose to trying to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. Coach in the league had told himself before he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if it can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the "Be Aggressive" chant behind it, and he listened to it.
And he's got luck, and he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. He's got time. Into a double team, and it's in. A great read off. And his guys have got it back at the closings of 1st half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the line?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Carr, incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
We know job to go out and catch pass on to tackle you and knock the ball up. But the bottom line is he's got a pass he should have caught.
It's caught by Clifford. And they're going to get this one all the way out. It's the 45. So So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The final shot here before half for Carr. And his throw is incomplete. You seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the full games that will be played. 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico. Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico Gators and New England.
London, remembering the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico for the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now a first down following that long gain. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flush to his right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. To throw, it's Carr. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time, and it's 3rd and short. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Carr now on first down. Flushed out right. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That man can leap, Charles. How do you defend a pass like that and a receiver that good?
Partner, you're really doing it through prayer because you can cover them totally downfield, but at the end, their athleticism actually allows them to uncover themselves and go over the top of you and make a play.
Carr now to throw. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young David?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over. Into the end zone. Oakland Raiders touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson on second down. They set up the screen to Rawls. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. Third and long. It's Wilson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. So certainly an interest in the red zone. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an expert.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bobby Wagner in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. If you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now Carr, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
And this is caught at the 8. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 51. We'll return back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Murray, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
Now Carr looking for Crabtree. So cornered short. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Rolling to his right. His pass caught at the 4. Only 2 yards on the completion at second down. And quickly they get to the line. Wilson will throw again. And incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it's 3rd and 4.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And it's the former Seahawk, Malcolm Smith, past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. The numbers tell the story. Not the best start, but it's not often how you start, it's how you finish. And since that start, he's been good.
Can you just imagine what was going on in the locker room with the defensive coordinator? Because things were working so well. His game plan was in effect. They were holding him down. He was off his game. But you just know that he was nervous at halftime because you don't hold a guy like that down for very long. And in this case, his fears were realized.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Rawls. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
82's moving. 82's moving.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Finding time. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Mario Edwards in there to get him for his second sack of the night. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Third and long. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And they're going to hold serve. The defense stops him.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Still first down.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. They go, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions.